Hello and welcome. This reading is for the parents and or guardian of the Capricorn child for the month of April 2021. And welcome back to any of you who have been here before and can continue to support my channel. And welcome to anyone who is new. Please subscribe, comment, like, let other parents know about this channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And a reminder that this channel is not gender specific, so please apply the gender as it best resonates to your household or in your household. And also, I am aware that the age ranges here are different. Some of you are here for itty bitty ones, others of you are here for teenagers, and others of you are here for everything in between. You are all welcome. All right, let's get started. I hope you're all enjoying April and the new astrological year, which is set off by the Aries zodiac sign. Okay, let's see what Capricorn is experiencing during the month of April. Oh, very interesting. So we've got the moon here, and we have the Eight of Coins. So a couple of things I see here. So it feels as almost as if, feels very grown up already, just out of the gate here. But there's a sense of working behind closed doors, almost like working in secret. Or there's some kind of project that your little Capricorn is working away at it, but almost in silo, right? Like there's something here that is making them go inward. Okay, because the moon is very much about, behind closed doors, what's happening like in the hidden realm. And it's paired by the Eight of Coins, which is about working hard and staying focused on your craft, working on your craft, diligently working on your craft. So a couple of things that could be going on here. Number one, some of you have a Capricorn child here who is kind of isolating themselves from the outside external distractions because there's something that they've gotten into that's keeping their interest, which is really nice because it looks very constructive and productive, very mature for a child, right? So this may be aimed more towards a little older, maybe teenager, maybe not, doesn't have to be. You can have a younger child who's a little bit more introspective and focused and disciplined. I mean, after all, in general, Capricorn, well, that's just the energy, right? They're very focused people, and you start seeing it very early on with little Cappies. So yeah, this is an energy of kind of staying in their own lane, doing their own thing and at their own pace. This is also an energy that does not like to be rushed. So you're going to notice that Cappy is taking their time and moving slowly and quietly and almost needing more time to sleep or rest because they're spending a lot of their non-rest time focusing on something that they're actually really enjoying. So you, dear parent, might look at it like, isn't he a little too grown up to be focused on XYZ? But just know that there's enjoyment here. This is about enjoyment. So, okay, let's see now what potentially could be a conflict or a challenge for your little Capricorn. Oh, yeah. Okay, these are some heavy energies. We have the Eight of Swords here, okay, which is all about like mental, like anguish, anxiety, working hard. The Nine of Wands is about pushing through and so this is perfectionist energy here. So there's something here, maybe it's a new project that's been given to your child. There's whatever work, or potentially, here's another thing, guys, this can be your child observing you, the parent, kind of in silo on your own, not really talking much, isolating yourself because of your work. So this is going to pan out differently. This is two ways it can go. The first way, when we originally started the reading, your own child being the one who's in this energy. And the other way can be them experiencing the parent in this energy, because there's this stress here. The Nine of Wands is about working hard on something and kind of working on it on your own and feeling the burden of having to finish it. See how she's barely lighting up that last, like she's like, oh, on the ground. Like she's worked hard to put all of these candles up and light them up, or wands, excuse me. And now she's barely getting up there. She could barely get, she's tired, but determined, right? That's what this energy is. It's tired and determined, but it's paired with the Eight of Swords. So this is a lot of stress for a little one. And this is in the conflict and challenge position. So it could be one of two things. Again, it could be this is the stress that they are observing from you, the parent, or the environment around them that's causing them anxiety here. Maybe even staying up at night. There's a conflict internally here. Like, is this my fault? Ooh, I just heard that so loud and clear. So there's somebody here who, something about this energy of working hard, if it's the second the second one that I said about the parent working hard, there's a feeling of, is this because of me, or when is my parent going to spend time with me? And I know that's hard and difficult for you to hear, dear parent, and I'm so sorry to say it like that. Again, I'm not judging. I'm just reading the cards here. This is not about me, what I think is like, nothing to do with me. This is just the energy I'm picking up. And so there is something here that needs to be balanced. And sometimes it could be as simple as just having a conversation. And sometimes I think as adults, we forget that. We forget that, a lot can be resolved with little ones if we allow them the opportunity to absorb information by communicating clearly with them, right? And it could just be as simple as saying, hey, honey, I love you very much. It's just that this month I'm going to be really busy. I'm not going to be as available as usual because I need to finish XYZ project, okay? But, just that kind of thing. Now, again, that's for a handful of you. And the other handful, it's your child taking on, creating their own restriction and their own responsibility, and almost having a perfectionist attitude here of, I need to complete this task. I'm anxious about, I have to, this I need to do, and almost feeling alone in the process of doing it. So either way, whichever one it is for you, dear parent, this is a great way for you to have a heads up, to just sort of know that this could potentially be happening, so that you have an opportunity to, restore some balance, or have a communication with your child and remind them they don't have to work that hard. They're perfect just the way they are, or remind them that you're just working temporarily harder than usual because of a project you need to complete, or what have you. Again, it's going to play out one of two ways here. So you apply it how it resonates for you. Now, let's find out if there's a way that, or how you can restore this, what your child needs most from you. That's what this position is. Now, I do want to remind all of you, I know I've said this many times before in my readings, this placement here is what your child needs most from you. It's not always what they want from you, it's what they need. The Five of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Oof, what is going on with little Cappy? So the Ace of Wands is all about really digging deep and gathering our own energy resources and our own physical resources to make something happen, or to start something. Again, these energies are all very much in the mind of how they're feeling. This is about taking action. That's what the Wands is about. And you have two Wands in this position. You have the Ace of Wands and you have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands can potentially be very combative at times, maybe competitive. So I think there's a need here for you, the parent, to recognize it's like your child needs you to see that there is some competitive environment that's happening in the atmosphere around your child that needs to be simmered down to an ace instead of a five. Because the five is, again, it's about potentially competing. It's about working with others, but also there's an energy of competition, conflict, people having their own ideas of how things need to go. And so potentially your child is experiencing that, and which is why they need to be a bit of a perfectionist. Maybe the classroom has gotten competitive. Maybe the sibling environment has gotten competitive here. And there's a need, your child needs you to recognize it and help him or her bring it down to an ace of wands. So what I mean by that is allowing your child, giving your child permission to come back to square one and not be so consumed with the end goal. Okay? The Ace of Wands is about starting new projects from the beginning, bringing down our energy level to start something new, to ignite our energy level to start something new. And what I mean by bringing it down from the Five of Wands is to simmer it down, because there's a heightened awareness here from your little one about needing to get this done, if that applies. And for the others, it can be you needing to recognize, parent, that you're working a little too hard because you're getting competitive in the workplace or with maybe a spouse about who brings in more money or whatever. And there's a need here to bring it back to the beginnings of the ace. And the ace is about remembering the why of why you're doing things. Okay. And allowing your, that fire to simmer down a little bit, not to turn it off, but to bring it back a notch so that you're not stuck in this energy of the competitiveness, the conflict, the arguing, or whatever with others. Okay. So for a group of you, this is going to be about you simmering yourself back from this competitive environment so that you're not working so hard. And for others of you, this is going to be about helping your child, giving your child permission not to have to do it all so perfectly, and that it's okay if they're not winning or on top. There's also potentially some of you, without realizing, there's a feeling that there's a Capricorn here that feels they'll let you down if they're not perfect. And so just be aware of that, because it's not benefiting your little one here. If you are one of the parents who's maybe the expectations have gotten higher because you know that your child has an ability to do something with their skill set or talents, but just really be mindful of the expectation level. Is your expectation level giving your child, like a mixed communication about that they are not enough with what they are already bringing? Because there is a sense here of giving them permission to step back a bit. Okay, sorry about shaking the camera there. I just totally knocked it. Okay, so let me end this reading with, this is a bit of a nudge, if you will, from spirit, or a recommendation or advice, however you want to call it, for something that would be beneficial for you and your entire family as a family unit to do here in the month of April. So this would include you, your Cappy, your other children, your spouse, your immediate family. What is something that your entire family can benefit in terms of an activity doing together as a family unit? Hold on, let me just do this again. Okay, Spirit, what is something they can benefit from as a family unit? Wisdom. Yeah. So this is really about that. Isn't that beautiful? Wisdom. Yeah, so this can also be about understanding. So it can be about taking your family together, going to a museum, if that's open wherever you are, going somewhere where there's an opportunity to learn, to gain some wisdom together as a family unit, to learn and expand together. Also very much nature here, right? So going out and getting outside, getting near animals and expanding together as a family unit. But it's also about revealing knowledge about what's going on within the household, right? Like really finding out what it is that your family needs during this time. But in terms of an activity, your family can benefit from doing something together that where you are learning about something wise. It can also be about ancestry. I just heard that very clearly. Perhaps it's about gathering together at the family table, taking out album books of your family lineage, like a family tree. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun, right? Like sitting together, creating a family tree together, going back into your ancestry, your roots, and maybe pictures of the great grandparents that the kiddos have never met or never knew of, or aunts and uncles. There's something here that's going to be very beneficial, talking about who they were, what they did. Um, Maybe doing some of that ancestry, finding out what your ancestry DNA is, that kind of thing. But that could be a bonding experience for you, your little one. It doesn't matter how big your family is. It could just be you and your little one, your little Cappy. It can be you and your spouse and a few more children. This is not about a huge family set. It's just about whomever your family unit is. That's who this activity needs to take place with. All right. Okay. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you back here hopefully in May. Thank you. Bye.